Right guys, so welcome back to a brand new video here today and part 2 of the French Grand Prix race weekend in my Formula 2 career mode. Part 1, the feature race, was uploaded earlier on today guys. By clicking the link in the top right hand corner you go see exactly what happened. But we are here now for the sprint race and we are starting from pole position. And reason being is because we managed to grab an 8th place in the feature race and get ourselves on reverse grid pole. And of course in this race no pit stops, it's just going to be a run to the flag and we're going to start the race on the hard tyres. And I had pretty good pace on these in the last race, so I'm kind of confident I can get the job done. We need this race win because in the last race, of course, in the feature, Sergio said the camera picked up the win and he closed the gap massively to the top of the championship, and also Nick De Vries as well closed in. So both of those guys now are within 4 points of me, so the top 3 covered by 4 points in the championship. So we've got to try and perform here and try and get a few points back on them in this race. So the target is simple: pick up the dub and move on to the next race. So let's jump into it and let's see how we get on here for part 2 of the race weekend here for the French Grand Prix. Here we go then, let's see if we can get off to a good start. We struggled to get a good start in the last one as the 5 lights are on and it's lights out and away we go. Not the best start, we do struggle to get off the line. Multiple cars getting the edge, Jordan King and both of the Uni Virtuosi cars getting by as a Carlin sends one down the inside. I'm not quite sure who that was. That was Louis Delatraz. We do get back ahead of Guan Yu Zhu though, out of turn 2. So we're back up to P4, but it's not been the ideal start from us. Let's see if we can recover. We did have good pace, like I said, in the last race on these tyres, and I feel confident I can do the same again. Just need to kind of readapt to the conditions. It's overcast here today instead of sunny, which it was in the previous race. So the track temperature is a bit lower, maybe a little bit less grip. But Luca Giotto making a fantastic start and running away with it out front already here, really pushing on. We noticed in the last race my straight line speed was quite low, and we are struggling a little bit as Guan Yu Zhu is closing in slightly, but we should be okay. The target now is to get past Jordan King. I think I've got the pace to do that. So let's try and do that. A little bit behind to the chicane there, but we're going to recover. Hopefully get a move. Not quite sure what Louis Delatraz's pace is like, as we have an absolute shocker of an exit. Guan Yu Zhu looking for the move here. We're going to go to the outside, give him the squeeze. He's going to look on the inside, but we're going to keep the foot planted, and we're going to hang on to this through Senior. There we go. That's going to give us some breathing room and take the pressure off from behind. We can now focus on trying to get past Jordan King as we run a bit wide. Oh, that's not good. Understeer kicking in. But we do recover again. Messy lap 1 from us, really messy. But it's a long way to go. Still got 10 more laps so we can get focused and try and get a head screwed on straight and try and make these moves. Oh, yellow flag already. I think it may be behind us. Yeah, it's behind us. It's Guan Yu Zhu. Guan Yu Zhou, or Guan Yu Zhu, however you want to pronounce it. He's out of the race in the second Uni Virtuosi machine. That's going to give us a bit of a gap to Latifi behind. So the pressure's off now, so we can definitely focus on the cars in front. So let's work on that and see if we can close this gap. Right, here we go then. We're starting to fly and we're starting to pick up pace and momentum, which is a dangerous combination. Luca Giotto hasn't pulled away much more than he did in lap 1, so we've actually kept him relatively neutralised. But as lap 2 draws to a close, DRS will now be enabled, so the overtakes will begin. Giotto 47.2, we beat that with a 47.1. Let's try and keep that going. If we can secure the fast lap again this race and pick up the extra point, that would be great. It is a bit of a problem that we lack straight line speed. It means we can't really challenge here because Jordan King's actually going to catch up and get onto the back of Delatraz. So we'll just have to watch. Our chance will arrive into Senior. That's going to be the one as we get really close into the chicane here. Trying to get a clean exit. We're 3.5 tenths up here, so this could be a strong lap for us in terms of converting it into the extra point for the fastest lap. We're going to go flat ahead. This is going to be our chance to get past Jordan King. On the inside. There we go. Nicely done. Delatraz defends the inside into there, so we've got to back out for now. We can get maybe a 2 for 1 if we can get the traction out of here. We are close, but I don't think we're close enough. We run a bit wide with the lockup, but we're going to recover okay. We've thrown away all of our advantage though, so we're only marginally up on our previous best, which is not ideal. Let's see if we can maybe get Delatraz into turn 1. Looks like we won't. He's had a good exit out of there, to be fair. We are going to improve though on our lap and maybe get to the 146s. Yes, we do. So that is a good thing for us in terms of getting that extra point. Let's see if we can put Delatraz under pressure here. Get a good one through turn 2 maybe. Nicely over the curb. That's perfect. Nicely in the slipstream. Can we have a look into the complex? Oh, Bit of a lock up there from Delatraz. Did we get wing damage? No, we didn't. We just survived. I thought I ran to the back of him. We just about got away with it. But the pressure's mounting here. I can smell a second place at least. Bit of oversteer, but we're okay. Trying to gain the momentum. We're a bit far back. I'm not sure if we'll be close enough into the chicane. We're going to have to really hope that we pick up some straight line speed. Here we go. We're starting to gain a little bit. Come on, let's hang in there to the inside this time. A very, very narrow entry line. We're going to be extremely compromised. But we do get the car slowed down. I made sure that we checked our exit and make sure everything's okay. I think we'll be fine. Looking behind us, Delatraz is gaining, but we're going to hang on to the racing line here and keep our foot planted through Senior as we take second place. There we go, job done. Now, we've got about 5 to 6 laps to catch Luca Giotto and take back our first place. Can we do it? I think we can. Giotto isn't as fast as I thought he would be. We're flying. Only problem is, because of DRS, we're dragging Delatraz with us. So he's hanging onto my rear tyre as we make a bit of a mess of the final corner there. That lock-up didn't help, but we do get a nice clean exit. We're 6/10 up. This is going to be a really strong lap. And it's a 0.3 from us. There we go. Giotto does respond though. He did set a brief fastest lap, so he's picking up his pace. So he's aware that I'm on the hunt, but we were quicker that lap. But I'm going to need a lot more laps like that to try and hunt him down. Another lock up at the final corner, but we are going to improve once again. Pace is very consistent. The fuel's burning up and we're fast. I think that lap will be good enough now for an extra point, as we're pretty much within DRS range now of Luca Giotto. Right, here we go then. DRS on Luca Giotto. It's not going to happen.
Should be a few laps at least before you start feeling too many tyre issues. They seem in good condition for the time being.
The move ain't going to happen here, as we run it in extremely hot on the brakes. I've made an absolute mess of that, but we are going to recover somewhat to get a semi-clean exit. But we are now within range as we make a hash of that chicane. Right then, here we go out the final corner. We'll get DRS. This might mean we improve on our fastest lap just a bit more. Yes, we do. This is the lap now. We've got to try and make this count. Putting the pressure on Giotto. Trying to get the traction down. That's so difficult. I think Giotto's got just enough to stay in front into the chicane. I don't think we're close enough, but that's okay. We'll get a second chance at Senior, of course. We're gaining and gaining, but we're going to run out of straight. That's okay. Let's open up the line. Short shift to third. Power down beautifully there. No wheel spin at all. Right, this is it. We're going to get the right momentum, I think. To be fair, it might be a little bit too far back. We'll find out now. We'll keep it flat through here. It's going to be close. We're gaining. Giotto with the squeeze on the inside. Will we go for it? Giotto's still there. We've got to leave some room on the outside for him. But there we go. Job done. We take the inside on lap 8 and we reclaim first place. Job done. We get there. We had to work for it, but we've taken back our starting spot, and also we have the fastest lap in our name, which hopefully we'll be able to keep now. DRS offline. Good thing we made the move when we did. Very important overtake that was. I'm really struggling to shake off Giotto, and I'm going for it on this lap, but he's still only half a second behind. DRS is really keeping him in there. Hopefully we can drop him in this final sector. Up to the line, we're going to jump into the 145s here. But Giotto's still there, and last lap of the race, he's still within DRS range. We've got to be careful. Here we go then. Just bringing it home now for the final part of the lap. Looks like we may even improve on our fastest lap once again. Giotto, of course, pushing me all the way, so I've had to keep the pace up. But it's been a good race. I've enjoyed it. And we're going to get our just rewards by picking up the dub here at Paul Ricard as we run up to the line and we win the sprint race. Get in there. Yes.
Great job. You've done everything we wanted today.
Congratulations to Charus then for their excellent win today. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
I think this race was won thanks to the tire management. You have to remember, it's not just about going as fast as you can. It's about consistency. It's about maintaining your speed over an entire race distance. So being able to keep the lap time competitive while still respecting the tires, that's where they won today.
Looks like they're on their way out onto the podium now, and what a result this is, and a popular one with the crowd as well. Great stuff to see the Charouz team on top here today.
Right, so looking at the final race results then here at the sprint race, we pick up the win and 15 points go to our name. It's not 16 though, because Luca Giotto actually snatched the fastest lap from us right at the end there, and of course with the slipstream on that last lap, he manages to get a faster one than us, and unfortunately the extra point goes to him. Luca scores 14 points, Lou Delatraz P3, he scores 10, then there's Jordan King in 4th with Latifi P5, Czech Aitken P6, Nick De Vries only scores 2 points, and Sergio Seta Camera only scores 1, so crucially the championship rivals don't score many points, and the sprint race does good for us in terms of scoring a massive points haul. Mick Schumacher misses out on the points in P9 with Nobuhara Matsushita behind him, then there's Sean Galal, Nikita Mazepin, Antoine Hubert from last place up to 13, so a good race from him. Ralph Boschon, Callum Arlott, Julian Olesi, Tatiana Cadron, Mahavir Reganathan, and then Boccolacci and Guan Yu Zhu ran at the top 20 here today. In terms of the standings that are after that race, we move into the next round, 15 points clear of Nick De Vries and 18 points clear of Sergio Seta Camera, which is really, really important for us, of course, in the championship. Luca Giotto moves up to P7 with that second place, and in terms of the team standings, we are 71 points behind Dam, so we actually closed the gap a little bit in this race. But guys, that is going to be it from the F2 episode here today, the sprint race at Paul Ricard. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like on the video and subscribe if you are new for daily Formula 1 content on the channel. Also, turn notifications, guys, to not miss any future uploads from me, and finally check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But that is it from me here today at the French Grand Prix at Paul Ricard, and I'll see you guys in the next episode very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.